It is time for the Sunday Roundtable here on OTR, and joining us this morning, Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh, Republican political analyst Ginny Buckingham. Right off the top, guys, Tanisha Sullivan, can she unseat a man who has been a person who has been in office for nearly 3 full decades? Marianne,
a lot of women running this year, and many of them are expected to do well. Tanisha Sullivan will give Bill Galvin a tougher race than the one he had in 2018, but Galvin's still the favorite today, and he just picked up the MTA endorsement.
Ginny, what do you think?
I mean, I heard you say she only had $100,000 in her account. Maybe it's a little higher now. That's not going to, she's impressive, but that's not going to get her over the goal line.
Senators and state reps are supposed to be on the campaign trail now that the legislative session is over, but they're going to get an earful since they failed to pass any tax breaks despite surplus of billions of dollars. Who screwed up the most, Ginny?
The Democratic leadership of the legislature. It's pathetic that they did not do the tax cut. Everyone's watching it and saying, what the heck is wrong with you people? We are really struggling here with gas prices and inflation. Do something for us. They screwed up.
Marianne?
I think Baker and the legislature. I mean, Baker played hide the ball. The legislature procrastinated to the 11th hour. Wait, you get sports betting done, but you don't get this done. You can't get a seat on the tee for Boston done. So that's the question people are asking. Like, why does it work this way? It shouldn't.
Which leads perfectly into this exchange, the hide the ball point that you just made. The House Speaker and the Governor in a particularly testy exchange on the tax relief question. Listen.
Getting a $3 billion bill dropped on you the week before you're about to finalize the year-end finances doesn't lead to good decision making.
People did the math to try to figure out, because last year in the auditor's report was close, if we could predict where we thought this thing would land. And we came up with a range. And when we came up with the range on that, we talked to the legislature about it and let them know.
So they're talking about the 1986 law that mandates money be returned to taxpayers. So who's right, Marianne?
Baker. It's the law. Voters supported this measure, and it has been implemented. It would be the first time it was used. And my word of caution, voters here should really think about the fact that the governor of Florida this past week removed an elected DA by voters because he didn't like the way he was implementing the law. So we're in a time when you can't do this stuff. It's the law. Return the money. Period. Full stop.
Ginny, you're
I mean, the fact that House Speaker's first reaction was maybe we need to repeal the law, I think says a lot about what his mindset is in terms of tax relief for the citizens of this state. Charlie Baker's right on this one. Let's do the tax relief bill and let's do whatever is necessary for a refund from this over revenue.
It's the law.
If Barbara Anderson heard that, she probably
Right.
would.
Right.
I was going to say, God bless Barbara Anderson,
Right.
right?
Honest goodness. Okay, Governor Baker's other major league headache is the MBTA this past week. An out-of-service bus purchased 5 years ago caught fire this week after he announced the Orange Line needs to be shut down for a month starting in a couple of weeks instead of 5 years of weekend and nighttime closures. Did he do enough, Ginny?
You know, it's how you respond to these emergencies that really matters to voters, and I think they did a very bold thing by saying they're going to shut down for a month. It's going to cause hardship, but it's going to fix a problem that would have taken 5 years to fix, and it's a good idea.
Should more have been done earlier, Marianne?
So Charlie Baker stands up and says, we're going to get 5 years worth of work done in 30 days. How about if you'd done it the last 5 years? Or how about during COVID when everyone was locked down, no one was writing anything? You could have done all the lines. And that's the problem here. It's not because the FTA said it was not safe. They're sick of seeing people jumping out of windows, jumping off a bridge, getting ladders from people who live along the T-line to help people get out of cars that don't have AC and they're locked into. That's what did this. And it could have been avoided.
If this works, do you suspect other lines are going to be shut down just like this one in the future?
Well, what strikes me is Ed Markey and Ayanna Presley said, instead we should make all tea fare free, i.e. they already have an operating deficit. You need money to fix the tea. You can't have it all.
They have plenty of money. It's going to be every line is going to be shut down at some point. This will take more than 30 days. And the cars being made in Springfield are 2 years behind. Rip the Band-Aid on that and get different cars.
Quick last question.
Yeah.
Attorney General candidate Shannon Liss Reardon pumped more of her own money into her campaign this week for a total of $3 million. The Democratic opponents attacked her millions, some coming from fees and lawsuits against companies like Uber. Marianne, is this a sign that her candidacy is surging?
Last time we were on together, Shannon Liss Reardon has cut into Andrea Campbell's lead. And we said, Andrea, you have a lead. Spend your money now and build up the lead. Well, she's cut into it. And it's Andrea's still the favorite, but she's made it a race.
Ginny?
I think Shannon has a message and the money, and that's a lethal combination when you're a candidate.
And how much does Maura Healey's endorsement of Andrea Campbell this past week play into all of this? Is it going to be a sizable factor, Marianne?
It definitely makes a difference. She's top of the ticket. She's campaigned with her yesterday. That's big.
What do you think,
It
Ginny?
shows the fear that's in the Campbell campaign right now.